Excellent. So once again, dear friends, welcome to the show. We'll be here for the next 3 hours, giving you up to 50% off on all of our delivered duty paid products. An incredible new service from Alibaba.com. Right. So should we get into the very first one, shall we?
Absolutely, yeah.
Excellent. So the very first one we are ready to introduce today, and I'm going to move my phone slightly out to the side.
I will as well, yeah.
Is this beautiful new, it's labeled as a cool coffee jug, but actually is very multifunctional.
Yeah, multifunctional, definitely.
Excellent. So should we run through this one then, Fariba?
Yes, we should, Scott. Why not? As you mentioned, this is the cold brew traditional coffee filter, but as we mentioned here, you can do much, much more with it. It is made with a BPA-free plastic coating covering here as well. Super, super versatile. Has a great lock function at the top too, so if you're not pouring it, you can avoid any kind of spills or messes with the simple turn and lock function on the nozzle. And of course, as you see in the center of the bottle, very clearly here is where, you put the real flavors, whether that's your coffee, whether that's your tea leaves for some sweet tea. You also mentioned some fun summer drinks as well, right?
Absolutely.
That you can, make and get creative with it.
Absolutely. So it's a plastic outside, which is completely transparent. Very importantly, this outside is big enough for you to put your hand in to make sure that washing, you can get into all the cracks and crevices, but a very multifunctional liquid container here. So as Fariba is just showing us now, we've got this inner filter, which is obviously transparent from the inside, but very importantly, the quality of the mesh here means that no matter how thin or small the pieces, be it tea leaves, be it coffee powders, very, very, very fine particulate, which you'd like to use to get the water through to soak in the flavor to your main jug compartment, will not seep into your liquid. Now, this is very important because some meshes are essentially just kind of a thick, broad wire mesh, which means that you can put your fruits and lemons in if you're making, some nice summer cocktails, etc. But you can't use that for more. Now, what this is good for example, even if you use really kind of thin substances, you can use coffee. Even if you were to do like a honey and lemon and ginger tea, all of your particulate in there, you're not going to get bits of strands of lemon, etc. Go into your drinks. And then when you pour them, it's literally, you can gulp everything down and really enjoy the whole experience.
Exactly, guys. That's a super great, unique feature. It's those small details that really make something like this, a unique and great selling point. As well, when it comes to the cleanup, as we mentioned here, super important. The bottom actually opens up, and I find how convenient that is, right? Wash it right through, so anything won't get caught at the bottom. You can ensure that you're cleaning the filter, you're cleaning your jar properly, and you're not getting your flavors mixed up. You don't want any coffee grounds in your, mojitos.
No residue.
Right, exactly. No residue. Absolutely. And again, it's great. It's great for those summer, porch and deck holidays. Like you said, you can have summer drinks, sweet tea, cold brew. I mean, that is
incredibly versatile.
Yeah. Really. Opportunities are endless.
And this one is great because for me, one thing is very important is actually this kind of lock lid system. So as we can see on the lid here, we've got a rubber seal, which means that it's not just kind of roughly on top and loose. You're not going to get any drip or any mess spilling out from the side here. And then on the top, we've got this beautiful metal handle at the top, which just kind of gives it an extra color bonus. And this locking lid, it's a very simple lid, but the way that it seals onto the top of the pouring section, it locks really tight in, which means that you can use this for outdoor exploration, for outdoors fun. You can put it in the car, and if you're on a long journey or if you're going on a picnic, going camping, etc., this will lock in tight, meaning it's not going to go anywhere. And actually, you've got a huge amount of liquid you can put in this. Now, you can also put your liquid inside first, carry that with you, and then later on, when you're ready to put your tea leaves in or put your coffee in, etc., you can do that as and when you are ready. So it's a really efficient system for keeping your liquids safe and in control. Now we have here the silicone section of the bottle. Now, what this means obviously is that when you're pouring it, it's even if it's super wet, it's not going to slip out of your hand, and it's very, very easy to control. Now, particularly for kind of, I guess, children, if they're pouring, perhaps their hand grip isn't a lot, where actually for a small child that contains, because it's so good because it contains so much liquid. If you're a small child, slipping obviously could be a small problem. And so we have this extra silicone section on the top here, which means you've got all that grip you want. So make sure you don't spill all of your beautiful liquids inside.
Exactly, absolutely.
Now we actually we're going to do a small demonstration here because we brought some tea with us. So if you'd like to put some tea leaves in there for me. And we have boiled some water so that we can just quickly get a quick glimpse of how this works. So keep what we want inside for the flavoring, inside there as much as we want. And then simply add our liquids inside.
Pour through.
And we can just see how that filtration system comes through, and all of that, all the bits we don't want to have to pick out of our drinks stays inside the filter. And then obviously the water goes inside the outer compartment. Now we haven't put too much in here, so it's probably not going to change color too much. This is quite a weak tea. The idea being just to show you how the separation works.
Yeah, and definitely you see that nicely on camera, how that filter is just trapping everything in. And this is actually a really finely ground tea. We use this deliberately, right? Small little bits and pieces. And I love that there's nothing kind of seeping out. As we mentioned here, the mesh really keeps everything secure while still infusing that flavor. And look at that airtight. That is airtight seal.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and wow.
So all of that liquid inside, and literally just with one click, it's come right out here.
Absolutely sealed, guys. Look at that.
Not going anywhere.
Spill-proof. That's perfect. And I mean, that happens, right? People always knock things down. The drinks are the first things to spill.
Absolutely. Yeah. But this for me means it's transportable.
Right. Absolutely.
So keeping everything there, you know, and if you're out and about, you're out on the beach maybe, you're out on a picnic, the kids are running around, or there's a football that hits it. You're going to lose all of that beautiful drink.
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Not anymore.
That is just wonderful to see that. And you are seeing, actually, we're getting a nice color there.
It's slowly coming in, isn't it?
It is. And look how, the size of this too just makes it so wonderful for large groups, right? This is definitely for company, for those of you who really love to drink pots and pots of tea. There's nothing worse than a smaller pot, so the size really carries, makes it a wonderful.
Very importantly with this one is that the minimum order quantity is only 2 pieces. So minimum order quantity for this of 2 pieces. And if you're following here on the Alibaba.com live stream, as we are with you right now, you can see below, as you will always see below, we have the particular product section coming up here. Now it's a big white section currently listed. You can see the price and you can see the MOQ. If you click that link, you follow here, you will go into the specific product information. We've got a limited time, so we can't do too much. You can therefore see the different color options, the different size options, etc. All of the specifics you need, and then follow down for the delivery and reviews. So all of that is all available here anytime during this live broadcast. However, only for this 3 hours do you have the chance to get 50% off on these products. So make sure you grab that time when you can.
Exactly.
Right. So that's item number 1 on today.